is going down. We are live. There was a slight bit of lag there. I couldn't tell if we'd actually gone live or not, but we're live and direct on YouTube, so that is all fine, dandy, and good. I'm back with just a little bit of an update video, update stream for you today regarding my booking at the weekend, Wizards of the Core in Cleethorpes. If you don't know, this night is set to go off big style, and there's a really good, really strong lineup. However, the lineup has unfortunately had to slightly change. So originally, myself and the layman, we was gonna host and we was gonna mic for the very talented Flick B. And from what I've heard this morning, Flick B has come down with the old you-know-what virus, the old COVID. And apparently she's not feeling all too good. So she's actually pulled out of Friday, which is a little bit of a shame. So you probably sat there thinking, well, who are you two going to host? You know, what's going to happen next? Well, obviously it's Tuesday of the week commencing the do. It's going to be a very, very, like, sort of short space of time and a lot to squeeze in to obviously try and find another DJ, get another DJ down, get the flyer changed, get the flyer updated, etc. When there is an MC on the lineup that can actually DJ as well, that being myself. So the guy who's running the Wizards of the Core, sound guy, has asked me if I wanted to do a DJ set. And obviously, yeah, of course I want to do a DJ set. Like, I love doing a DJ set, and it's just made me, like, even more excited for this night, because I do just love DJing as well as MCing. So I'm going to do, like, the two main things that I love. I'm going to smash out a DJ set, and then later on I'm just going to release all that energy and hype from the DJ set and just let it all out into the microphone, and it's going to be a shed load of fun. So that I'm aware of. I'm going to be DJing, and the layman is going to be hosting me, which is just like what we did at Glow with it, really. Except from this one, the pace is going to be a bit more sort of up, sort of tempo-y. You know, a bit more faster than bounce. Obviously, I got the option to play a bounce set, but I thought for a change, I'm going to play a hardcore set, just because. I had a few things in mind, because when he first said about me playing a set, like, I just presumed it was going to be hardcore anyway, because Wizards of the Core. So I just kind of, like, already had some ideas in my head about this kind of set that I've been building up for ages. And it's actually a similar set to the one that I played at the DNA-free party. Now, for those of you who don't know, there was I got a booking to play at the Doncaster Warehouse on the 9th of April, which sadly it didn't go ahead. There was sadly sadly a few things just obviously didn't go ahead for whatever reason. The booking never took place, and I was up sort of like half putting this set together that was going to be for that night. So I got the set sort of up to 45 minutes with what I thought was alright. So I used it at the DNA free party, and now at Wizards of the Core, I've now built onto this set. I've changed this set up a bit. I've made it sound even better than it did. And this set is going to be an hour, not a 45-minute set. So we've got some really good tunes. Some tunes, sadly, that I would have loved to have played that just didn't work. Like, you know, you just couldn't obviously use them for whatever reason. You know, it just, you know, didn't really flow with the set, which is a little bit of a letdown. Let me just move the camera. So I was a little bit gutted on that score, because I really wanted to use some of these tunes, you know, if that makes sense. You know, but sometimes it's just the way the cookie goes. We have got like a really good, strong, banging set, which I'm, you know, really looking forward to playing. I can't wait to play it actually, and to have the layman hosting me as well. That is going to be like an absolute sort of like, you know, be really good. As the layman is good for hosting me because we've spent that much time together. He knows my music taste and he knows sort of how I mix like a hardcore set. He's hosted a lot of hardcore sets. You know, we did them on live streams through lockdown, which is obviously again, you know, was a good thing, and you know we really smashed some things out. So in my set, you can expect heavy drops, you can expect quick mixing, double dropping, you can expect a few little sort of like D and B drops, maybe a few little like dubstep drops, maybe just in a couple of the tunes. You know, some side trance rolling basses. Definitely out there in a couple of tunes. Some just proper mad heavy drops as well. There's a track called Breaking Free. Absolutely love that tune, and that just goes into like a really heavy drop on the first drop, and it just absolutely comes in, and it just gives you a real sort of like proper feeling. And then it goes into a really nice sort of euphoric, just really where a type of song where you close your eyes and listen to all the words, and then this real nice melody comes in. So I'm really looking forward to doing the set itself. We've got the good old classic Top Vibe and Psy Pac-Man. And one thing I don't understand is a lot of people don't actually know this, but Top Vibe actually did a VIP remix of this Pac-Man tune, and it's available for free download on his SoundCloud. And it's a little bit different to the original Top Vibe and Size Pac-Man. And the first drop, so after you've gone into the breakdown and you come into the first drop, it actually goes into something a little bit different, and there's some like other sort of like video game sounds and like arcade sounds, and it just sounds really good. It's just a little bit different to the original tune, and just on a personal preference, it's a little bit better. I think it just has a little bit more of a sort of. I think it's just slightly a bit longer than the original Pac-Man. The breakdowns are just a lot more better in general as well. And I just think personally it's a really good tune. So if you didn't know, it's on Top Vibes SoundCloud, and you can go and get it for free. And I hear a lot of people still playing the original Psy and Top Vibes, especially Dave New Vibe. If you watch this, this goes out to you. Get onto Top Vibes SoundCloud and give his VIP version of Pac-Man a listen, because I know New Vibe, he likes to play the Pac-Man tune in his hardcore sets, and he has a really good way of mixing it in. And the intro and everything, the way the tune starts, just sounds like the original Pac-Man tune that they did Wood. And then it goes in, and then the breakdown's just ever so slightly different, and then it builds and drops into something a little bit different, and then it goes back into another breakdown, which is again a little bit different, and then it drops into that drop that you hear in the original Pac-Man tune, but it's a little bit longer than the one on the original one. So it's a good little tune. So make sure you give that one a little bit of a try. It's an amazing tune in itself. I'm going to be dropping one of my own from sort of last year when I did my remix of George Schmid's remix Wifey, where I took his version, speeded his version up, and just sort of added a few things to it and sort of personalised it into my own, but did kind of like a hardcore sort of sampled remix of his version, as in my opinion he had done one of the best versions of Wifey. compared to like some of the other remixes, and his was an official remix on the EP as well for All Around the World Records. Loved my version. I really enjoyed it because it was like George Schmidt's version, but it was just a little bit faster, and it was just like it was just speeding a Scouse bass up really to because a Scouse bass it sounds very similar to a hardcore bass, and it just sounds quite good when you speed a Scouse bass up sometimes. And I just thought let's have a little bit of a play around and a little bit of a remix of George Schmidt's Wifey. Then the layman happened to really like it, so we went from there and we released it. So that's going to be getting dropped in. Some other good tunes as well that I'm looking forward to dropping as well. One I'm going to drop is a remix of the ABCDEFU, which if you don't know, which I'm sure you should know by now, it was a chart tune that just absolutely blew up, and then people started remixing it. And there's been a good few remixes over the past sort of months, and one of them to mention, Benjamin did a bounce version of it, but Benjamin just sort of like he's very quick in there when like a tune comes out. He's very quick in there. Like if a tune's doing well, like he'll get a bounce version made. So really, that tune, just got bounced by him before anyone else ever really got the chance. But it's a good version. It's a nice tune, to be fair. Then our good old friend Club Filler did a version of it that absolutely went off. But in my opinion, there's a hardcore version that is just better than Club Filler's, and it's the one I'm playing in the set, and it's actually the Alaguans version. Now, Club Filler has gone for, in the drop, he's gone for this commercial sort of like bouncy, sort of like bass, that just has a bit of speed to it, like a commercial sort of hardcore track. Elaguan's drop, it just comes in a little bit more UK hardcore, and it comes in a little bit more harder than what Club Filler's version does. So Club Filler's all like sort of a little bit more lighter and not as heavy, and then you've got Elaguan that just comes in with this absolute sort of like fire drop that just sounds really, really good. And Elaguan has put it up as a free download as well. And as much as I've got massive mega love for Club Filler, he smashes it, I just personally feel that Elaguan just really knocked the remix out of the park. And the fact that you can get this one as a free download, and I think the fact that the Club Filler one is out as a release to buy, get the Elaguan one, or get both. I mean, Club Filler's one, like it's not terrible, but it's just that I do prefer the Elaguan version. I might be able to show you. Actually, no, I can't because I'm only in the headphones. But yeah, absolute belter of a tune. And then we've just got loads of other great tunes as well. Some older tunes, some newer tunes, a bit of Paradise, See the Light. Always goes off when you drop that one, gets people singing. Zombie Nation, Meet Her at the Love Parade. Don't want to give away too much of the set, but just a general idea. Every tune is going to be a well-known tune. Even some of them, like, you don't have to be particularly into your hardcore to recognise some of them, like the Zombie Nation and the Love Parade. You'll know them because there was originally other genre tunes. So you'll recognise most of the tunes, which is going to be a good thing about the set, which I'm really looking forward to dropping it now. And obviously, as much as I am gutted that Flick B can't make it, because I was looking forward to hosting her on the mic, um, it's a little bit of a shame. I'm still, nevertheless, I'm still buzzed to be obviously doing a DJ set, and hopefully everything just goes fine and dandy. We play a good set. So yeah, I'm gonna be on at 10 o'clock, I believe, and I'll be on for an hour. So keep your eyes peeled. Make sure to like, comment, share. Also, make sure you keep your eyes peeled because I've got some other things incoming as well. Not just gigs. I've got a little new venture that I'm going to be starting, but there's just been a few. I'm actually share, subscribe, peace, and we drop the phone. ABs.